Hello and welcome to ISP F1 Visa Navigator. I'm Nicholas Waite. Ever wondered what information visa officers actually have on you? What data they may have uncovered or skeletons they might have unburied? Sit tight because it's time to demystify this. Here's a secret most applicants don't realize. Visa officers don't know everything about you. In fact, they only see what appears on their screen, and the rest depends entirely on what you say. Today, we are breaking down exactly what they already know and, more importantly, what they don't. Because when you step up to that interview window, this difference could be your winning edge. Before you even greet the officer, they already have a snapshot of your profile. This comes directly from your DS-160 application and your I-20 form. They can review your personal details, your education history, your employment record, and any relatives you have in the United States. They also recognize whether you have applied for a visa before and whether you were ever refused. Beyond that, their system runs security and background checks that alert them to possible issues. This information gives them the foundation to work with. And here's the key point. You don't need to repeat every detail of your life story at the window. Instead, you need to stay consistent with what is already on your DS-160 and I-20. If you contradict what those documents say, doubts immediately begin to form, and once those doubts arise, they are very difficult to erase. So, what don't they know? Now let's get into the most important part. The officer at the window doesn't know you. They don't know the journey that led you to this point. They don't know what inspired your choice of program or why this university was the right fit. They don't know the career gap you're preparing to fill back home or the personal vision that drives you. This is where you shine, because this is the only story you can tell. When you explain your program choice, don't just repeat the title on your I-20. Bring it to life. For example, instead of saying I'm studying computer science, you might say I'm pursuing computer science because I discovered during my undergraduate years that I enjoy solving real-world problems with technology, and this program offers me a chance to specialize in artificial intelligence for healthcare. That kind of clarity makes you stand out. The officer also doesn't know why you chose this particular university. You can turn that into an advantage by mentioning details that show you've done your research. Maybe the school has a strong research lab in data analytics, or a faculty member whose work matches your career goals, or internship partnerships that will give you practical experience. When you connect your choice of school to your future plans, you prove you are intentional, not just chasing any US degree. They also don't know your return plan unless you explain it. This is crucial because every F1 visa applicant is assumed to be an intending immigrant until proven otherwise. If you stay vague, the officer may assume the worst. But if you describe a clear, believable plan to come back and apply your new skills, you flip that assumption. For instance, you could say, after completing my program, I plan to return to Nairobi and join a consulting firm that specializes in data-driven solutions before eventually opening my own practice. That shows foresight and credibility. And finally, they don't know your level of preparation. When you speak with confidence, when your answers align with your documents, and when your story flows without contradictions, you demonstrate that you're serious. Nervousness is natural, but preparation translates into calmness. A confident applicant is much easier to approve than one who appears unsure, inconsistent, or unprepared. Think of it this way. What the officer sees on their screen is the skeleton. What you say at the window is the flesh, the detail, the life. If the skeleton and the flesh match, you create a complete, believable student profile. But if they don't, the picture falls apart. So here's the truth. Visa officers are not trying to trick you. They are simply trying to connect the dots between what they see on their screen and what you say at the window. Your job is to fill in the blanks. Be clear, be consistent, and most of all, be honest. When you prepare to answer the questions, they can't know in advance your motivation, your vision, and your personal story. You give yourself the best chance of standing out. The officer may know the facts, but only you can bring those facts to life. And when your story aligns with the evidence, you not only outsmart doubt, but also show the officer exactly what they are hoping to see, a serious student with a genuine plan. At the International Scholars Program, this is exactly what we prepare students to do. Take the next step in your success journey. Join our community of bold achievers and let us guide you from admissions, funding, to visa success and beyond. If you have a bachelor's degree with at least a 2.8 GPA out of 4 and for Uganda 3.8 out of 5, you are eligible to join us and your high school performance does not matter. Visit our website www.internationalscholarsprogram.com and grab our program handbook. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and TikTok, all at International Scholars Program. That's it for this episode. See you on the next one.